to another live stream. I hope that you're all very well. Today we're going to be focusing on the theory test. We're going to basically do a small mock test, 26 questions, but it's not just going to be a mock test. I'm going to explain to you all the answers as well. Before we continue, if there's anyone that can hear me, see me, a little message would be appreciated. Okay, so let's get started. Still waiting for messages. No messages at the moment. In the meantime, let me take this opportunity to wish all our current subscribers a happy Easter. No? So I wish everybody a happy Easter, and we are gonna get started. So today, as I said, we're doing a theory test, and this is going to be the first of about 8 or 9 different tests. So the first question, I'm just waiting for someone. Someone has. Fantastic. Thank you very much. So I have got people saying that they can hear me and see me. I was getting a little bit concerned. Okay, theory test, theory driving test. And let's get started. Oh, the magic word. Every week, I'm going to give you a magic word. And the person who gets the magic word right, I'm going to ask this magic word later on during the live stream. And the person who gets it correct will win access to our online course. Today's magic word is Easter, as it's Easter today. So that's the magic word. And as I said, the person who gets it right will win access to our Psychology of Learning to Drive course. Thank you, Vishal, for confirming that you can hear me. Vidya, happy Easter to you. Thank you. Diamond Queen, hand pick, waving, hand pick, weaving. Audio is not as usual. No, audio is not as usual. I'm in the car today. But I will listen to it, and if necessary, we'll have to try to get around it. As I said, the person who gets the magic word gets a Psychology of Learning to Drive course, which consists of various things. You will learn about your learning system, the way you learn best. You will learn about how the brain remembers, and also coping with the driving test nerves, along with other things. So, are you ready for this test? Is everybody ready? I do expect some comments. So if you're ready, tell me you're ready, and then I'm going to start firing the questions. Oh, everyone wants to wish a happy Easter, but is anybody ready? Okay, let's assume you're ready then. The first question is, can you read this question? You know what? This live thing's coming up on the, let me see if I can get rid of it whilst you lot read the question. Here. Your car breaks down on a level crossing. In fact, A is tell the driver behind them what's happened. B is leave the vehicle and get everybody clear. Your video and audio is gone. Release the handbrake and push it manually. Well, I'm going to tell you the answer. The answer is leave the vehicle and get everyone clear. So the answer is leave your vehicle alone. If you've stopped on a level crossing, the last thing you want to do is fidget around, wait for someone, or walk down the track. You never know when the train's going to come. The train might come along, and you want to make sure that you're away from your vehicle and make sure all the passengers are away. Okay, next question. Next question is, what should you do if you see a large box fall from the lorry onto the motorway? What would you do? Would you go to the next emergency phone box and report the hazard? That's the A. B, catch up with the lorry and try to get the driver's attention. C, stop close to the box until the police arrive. Or D, pull up on the hard shoulder and move the box. Come on, guys. Do you not know your theory? Diamond Queen said D. Is that a D, Diamond Queen? So the D means pull up on the hard shoulder and remove the box. Regina said, go to the next emergency phone box and report the hazard. Fantastic, Regina. That is exactly what you are supposed to do. You're supposed to go to the next emergency box and report the incident. Do not pull up on the hard shoulder and try to retrieve the box, because if you run onto the motorway to pick anything up, traffic may be coming at 70 miles an hour, and we all know it. Sometimes they do drive a lot faster, even though they should not. The next question I have is, you lose control of your car and damage a garden wall. What must you do if the property owner is not available? A, report the incident to the police within 24 hours. B, go back and tell the house owner the next day. C, report the incident to your insurance company when you go home. Or D, find someone in the area and tell them. Well, I'm getting all A's here. Fantastic. Well done. Report the incident to the police within 24 hours. And this doesn't just apply to a garden fence or anything. Even if you hit a parked vehicle, I know a lot of people say, yeah, leave a note, but you should report the incident to the police within 24 hours. I can tell you one thing, the police will not tell the owner of that vehicle that you hit them unless the owner came forward. Whereas if you left a note on the car, the owner will probably call you up and say, that's 500 quid for a broken mirror, and you'll probably end up paying that. So report the incident to the police. Fantastic. I'm really happy with that. We got a lot of A's there. Okay, the next question. What should you do if you overtake a cyclist when it's a very windy? So on a very windy day, you want to overtake the cyclist. A, overtake very slowly. B, keep close as you pass. C, sound your horn repeatedly. and D, allow extra room? Does anybody know? I hope Diamond Queen didn't say overtake very slowly, because overtake very slowly is not the answer. Would anybody like to guess? No, overtake very slowly is not the answer, I'm afraid. I'll tell you what, I'll make it easier for you. It's either C or D. C, sound your horn repeatedly, or D, allow extra space, extra room. It is allow extra room. Thank you, Vidya, for that. Oh, we got more people getting it right now. Fantastic. Great. Generally speaking, we must allow a minimum, a bare minimum of a door length, 1 meter. That is the bare minimum. On a windy day, the bare minimum is 2 meters, 2 door lengths. So if the wind does knock over the cyclists, you're leaving 1 meter for the bicycle and 1 meter for the rider, so you don't hit the rider. So it's very important that. Okay, the next question. Why is it more difficult to overtake a large vehicle than a car? A, it will take longer to overtake a large vehicle. B, the large vehicle will be fitted with a speed limiter. C, the large vehicle will have air brakes. And D, it will take longer. It will take longer for a large vehicle to be overtaken. D, fantastic. Diamond Queen said D. Anybody else agree with her? No. The A, it will take longer to overtake a larger vehicle. Well, the correct answer, yes. Thank you, Regina. It will take longer to overtake a large vehicle. Basically, if the large vehicle is a size of 3 car lengths, is like you overtaking 3 cars. So yes, it will take longer. Okay, the next question. What should you do if there is a bus at the bus stop ahead of you? What should you do if there's a bus at the bus stop ahead of you? A, flash your lights and warn the driver of your presence. B, continue at the same speed but sound your horn as a warning. That's a good one if you're in India. C, watch carefully for a sudden appearance of pedestrians. And can. Thank you, Al. Asha said, please differentiate between A and D. Sorry, are you referring to this question? Flash your lights to warn the driver of the presence, and which color follows a green signal at a puffin crossing? A puffin crossing. Is it A, steady red, B, flashing amber, C, steady amber, or D, flashing green? Which one is it? Luke says C, steady amber. Diamond Queen says C, and Onika says C. Luke says C as well. Fantastic. So let us see what the answer is. Steady amber it is. At a pelican crossing, after green, it goes to flashing amber, but at a puffin crossing, it goes to steady amber. Just as a matter of interest, a puffin crossing will have sensors on it, and they will sense when the pedestrian has reached a safe place. So as long as the pedestrian is on the road, the light will not change. So if you're feeling romantic, you grab a partner and you find a puffin crossing and you dance as much as you want, you dance as long as you want, and the light will stay red until you've stopped dancing and you are fully off the road. Vidya said, your question should have been, yes, I agree, Vidya. Question should have been numbered because it makes it easier then. I'll bear that in mind next time. Thank you, Vidya. Okay. Next question. You're driving along, excuse me, you're driving along this road. What should you do if the red car cuts in front of you? A, accelerate to get closer to the red car. B, give a long blast of the horn. C, drop back to leave the correct separation distance. Or D, flash your headlights. Diamond Queen, I'm not sure if you're saying C to this answer or not, but Gift said A, accelerate to get closer to the car, to the red car. Is that right? Lucas says C, drop your distance. Does anybody agree with the Lucas? Or do you think there should be a long blast on the horn? Vidya, thank you very much. Lucas says my test is on the 4th. Lucas, I wish you the very best of luck. The correct answer is drop back. Drop your distance. Keep that distance. Always have that distance. 2-second gap between you and the driver in front. Always a 2-second gap. Remember, only a fool breaks the 2-second rule. Okay, next question. What should you do when you're overtaking a horse and a rider? A, sound your horn as a warning. B, go past as quickly as possible. C, flash your headlights as a warning. Or D, go past slowly and carefully. So Lucas thinks it's D. Diamond Queen thinks it's C. So who's going to agree with Lucas and who's going to agree with Diamond Queen? Well, I'm going to agree with Lucas. Excuse me, guys, for a second. I've just realized something. Okay, yeah, it's no point flashing your headlights because they won't be able to see your headlights, and Even if you do, you want to get plenty of distance away from the horse and the rider. Okay, next question. Who is responsible for paying the road tax, the vehicle tax? Is it the driver of the vehicle? Is it the registered keeper of the vehicle? Is it the car dealer? Or is it the DVLA? Who is responsible? A, the driver, B, the registered keeper, C, the dealer, and D, the DVLA. A lot of people think the DVLA is responsible for paying their road tax. I wish they were. I really do wish the DVLA were responsible for paying my road tax. Yeah. Well, if you've got a car, if you've got your own car, then you know the correct answer is the registered keeper of the vehicle, the person whose name is on the V5, the logbook, in other words. Okay. The driver, it can't be the driver because you can have more than one driver to a vehicle. And it can't be the car dealer. The car dealer does tax the vehicle for you, but in the end, they take it from your money. You have to pay. And the DVLA, they are not going to pay. They want your money. Diamond Queen, I wish you the very best of luck with your driving test on the 2nd of May. Okay, next question. What must you check before you drive someone else's car? A, that the vehicle owner has third-party insurance cover. B, that your own vehicle has insurance cover. That your own vehicle has insurance cover. C, that the vehicle is insured for you to use. And D, the insurance documents are in the vehicle. Which one is it? Al thinks it's C, that the vehicle is insured for you to drive. Or Metola thinks it's C. Lucas thinks it's C. And the correct answer is C. Yeah, you need to make sure that the vehicle is insured. In some countries, the vehicle's insured and anybody can drive it. But here in the UK, you need to make sure that you are insured. A lot of vehicles are just insured for 1 or 2 people. Some vehicles will have insurance for any driver over 25. So you need to make sure that you are definitely insured. If you drive without insurance, then you can lose your license. It's a very, very serious offense. Okay. Next question. What will become more expensive after you've been convicted of drinking whilst under the influence of drink or drugs? So what will become more expensive? Is it A, the road fund license, B, insurance premiums, C, vehicle test certificate, and D, driving license? So after someone's been convicted of drink driving or driving with under the influence of drugs, what will become more expensive? Lucas, you're very active today. Is there anybody who's going to back Lucas up and say insurance premiums, or does somebody think differently? Vidya thinks his driving license becomes more expensive, and Omotolo thinks it's B, Yeah, insurance premium. Lucas thinks it's B. The correct answer is B, insurance premiums. Your insurance will probably go up fivefolds. So very, very important. Insurance already for a new driver is like a couple of grand. And you're looking at, after an offense like driving under the influence, you're looking at about £10,000 for insurance. So that's something you definitely want to avoid doing. The next question, what must you do at this junction? A, stop behind the line, then edge forward to see clearly. B, stop only if there is traffic on the main road. C, stop only if you're turning right. Can C. Does anybody know? I mean, it's got a stop sign on it, so we know it's a stop. We have to stop. Okay, great. Omatella thinks it's A, stop behind the line and then edge forward. Esther thinks it's A as well, stop behind the line. Fantastic. Vidya thinks it's A as well, stop behind the line. And the correct answer is definitely A. Now, when I was putting these questions up, A and D are very confusing. They're very similar. I think the DVSA is trying to confuse people with a video to make a video on what support is available for theory test. Okay, next question. What should you do if the red lights start flashing as you approach a level crossing? A, you should go over quickly. B, you should stop before the barrier. C, go over it carefully. And warning lights. Which one is it? Does anybody know? So yeah, I've got a couple of people saying B, stop before the barriers. And the correct answer is stop before the barriers. Thank you very much. And it actually said, the question said, if the red light starts flashing, even if before the red light, the amber light comes on, even at amber, you should try and stop before the barriers. When may you stop on a motorway? That's the next question. When may you stop on a motorway? Answer one, A, should I say, if you have to read a map. B, when you're tired and you need a rest. C, if your mobile phone rings. Or D, in an emergency or breakdown. When may you stop on a motorway? A, if you want to read a map. B, if you're tired and you need a rest. C, if your mobile phone rings. D, in an emergency. Omatello thinks it's D, in an emergency or breakdown. Does anybody wish to agree or disagree? Thank you. We've got somebody else. Vidya thinks it's D as well. Let's find out if they are right. Perfect. You're not allowed to stop on the hard shoulder, on the motorway, anywhere for any other reason. Unless, of course, you get the red cross in front of you on the overhead bridges, which means do not proceed in this lane beyond this point. When should you use the left-hand lane of a motorway? Is it A, when your vehicle breaks down? B, when you're overtaking slower traffic in the other lanes? C, when you're making a phone call? Or D, when the road ahead is clear? Diamond Queen thinks it's B, when you're overtaking slower traffic in the other lanes. Omatella thinks it's D, which is when the road ahead is clear. So Diamond Queen thinks it's B, when you're overtaking slower traffic in the other lane. And Omatella thinks it's D, when the road ahead is clear. Fantastic. We've got more support for Omatella, and the answer is, oops, sorry. Looks like I forgot to put the answer in there. The answer is D. The answer is D, when the road ahead is clear. The left-hand lane is the normal driving position. You should always be in the left-hand lane for normal driving, not for overtaking. If someone's driving slower in the middle lane, you cannot overtake them in the left-hand lane. You need to move into the right-hand lane, overtake them, and then come back in. The government's got a campaign on at the moment about lane hogging. So, yeah, you cannot do that. Lucas said D. Thank you, Lucas. Okay, you know what's coming now. What's the magic word? The person who gets the magic word gets access to our online driving course, The Psychology of Learning to Drive. I did give the magic word in the beginning. I'm sure I did. Don't tell me nobody knows the magic word. I'm going to count to 5 and then I'm going to give you a clue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What day is it today? What occasion? What special day is it? Easter! Fantastic, Vidya. Thank you very much. So Vidya gets access to our, you know what? Sorry, Vidya. Vidya, this is for you. congratulations, you get access to our online course. Once this live stream is finished, please just comment with your email address and we will send that course to you. For everybody else, if they want to purchase a course, it's available on the website dtcuk.co for £23.95, but Video will get it free today. So that was the magic word. And okay, looks like I put the slide in the wrong place. Let's get back to work, shall we? You're in the right-hand lane of a 3-lane motorway. What do these overhead signs mean? So look at the picture. A, move to the left and reduce your speed to 50 miles per hour. B, use the hard shoulder until you've passed the hazard. C, there are roadworks 50 meters ahead. And D, at the next exit. Omatello thinks it's A, move to the left and reduce your speed to 50 miles an hour. Would anybody like to agree or disagree with him? Nobody? Okay, I'm gonna wait another few seconds to somebody to agree. Al said, very good selection of questions indeed. This is okay, thank you, Al. What do you think, Al? Vidya thinks it's D, leave the motorway. And Esther thinks it's A. The answer is A, move to the left and reduce your speed to 50 miles an hour. Basically, the right lane has the arrow indicating move into the next lane. The other 2 lanes have a 50 sign flashing, which means it's maximum 50 miles per hour. And that 50 miles per hour is an advisory speed limit. If it was in a red circle, then that will be a compulsory speed limit. The leave the motorway sign is very similar. So Vidya, you need a bit more practice on that. Let's move on to the next question. What does this sign mean? A, national speed limit applies. B, no stopping. C, waiting restrictions apply. And D, no entry. Vidya says, okay, thank you. Vidya, would you like to have a try on this question? And also, Al, you haven't had a go at any of the questions, so would you like to have a go on this question? Vidya thinks B, no stopping. Would anybody like to agree or disagree with that? Is there any possibility it could mean no waiting? Or is there a possibility it could mean national speed limit? The correct answer is B, no stopping. Fantastic, Vidya. Thank you very much for that. The no restrictions apply, C, that is very similar, but rather than a cross, it only has 1 line. And the national speed limit is a white circle with a black diagonal line. What what do the long white lines along the center of the road mean? So you got the long line with short gaps. Long lines with short gaps. A, bus lane. B, give way. C, hazard warning. D, lane markings. So Omatolo thinks it's C, hazard warning. Come on, Diamond Queen thinks it's Easter. That's long gone. Well, it's not. It's still Easter today. Vidya thinks it's B, give way. Look at the picture. It's in the picture. So not if you look at the picture, the lines are in the middle of the road, in the center of the road, long lines, short gaps. The answer is C, hazard warning lines. Now, Vidya said B. I don't know where you got that from, Vidya. FM said D, lane lines. Lane lines and hazard warning lines are very similar, but there is one difference. That is, the lane markings in the center of the road are short white lines with long gaps. And the hazard warning lines are the other way around. Long white lines with shorter gaps. Okay, next question. What information would be shown in a triangular road sign? Would it be road narrows? Could that be shown in it? Or could a keep left sign be shown in here? Could a head only sign be shown in? Or could the minimum speed limit be shown here? Only one is correct. Diamond Queen thinks A, road narrows could be shown here. Fast moving, hence gap is shorter. Yeah. A head only, Herman thinks a head only sign could be in there. Vidya thinks a head only. Well, the correct answer is road narrows. Now, the reason that is, firstly, you've got to bear in mind it's a triangle. All triangle signs are warning signs. So the road narrows is a warning sign. It's warning you that the road is narrowing. The keep left sign will be in a blue circle because it's something you must do. You must keep left. You must turn right. The head only sign, again, it's in a round circle. The best way of remembering the head only video, the head only is a shape of a head, so it is round. The one-way road sign is shape of a one, and that is rectangle. The triangle is a warning. All triangle signs are warning signs. Okay, next question. What does this sign mean? It's actually quite tricky. I think the DVSA is trying to deceive us. A, school school crossing patrol. B, pedestrian zone, no vehicles. C, no pedestrians allowed. D, zebra crossing. Diamond Queen thinks it's B, unless that's from the last one. Sorry, Diamond Queen, I didn't wasn't keeping up to date there. Omatella thinks it's D, zebra crossing. Diamond Queen, we're on the on a different question here. The question is, what does this sign, this triangle sign mean with a picture of a person and some dots on the floor? So Omatella thinks it's D, zebra crossing ahead. Is it A, school crossing patrol, B, pedestrian zone, C, no pedestrians allowed, or D, zebra crossing ahead? The answer is D, zebra crossing ahead. To be honest, as I said, I think the DVSA is trying to con us here because the sign actually means pedestrian crossing. It doesn't mean zebra crossing, it means pedestrian crossing. But a zebra crossing is a pedestrian crossing. So the answer is D. Well done, Omatella. Well done, Herman. Thank you. Okay, next question. What should you do when you see this sign at a crossroad? A, maintain the same speed. B, find another route. C, carry on with care. Or D, the police. Diamond Queen thinks it's C, carry on with great care. What do anybody else think? Omatella, what do you think? C, carry on with great care. Thank you for that. Does anybody think, oh, everybody thinks it's C. Carry on with great care because lights are out. Fantastic. Trippy Boxer Dog, I haven't heard from you for a long time. I hope you're good, my friend. I hope you're good. The correct answer is carry on with great care. Diamond Queen, no, it can't be maintain the same speed, because if you're maintaining the same speed and somebody else coming across is maintaining the same speed, there can be a collision. So you need to carry on with great care. The next question, how far are you allowed to reverse? A, no further than necessary. B, no more than a car length, no more than one car length. C, as far as it takes to do a reverse corner. And D, the length of a residential street. Omatella thinks it's A, no further than it's necessary. Would anybody like to agree or disagree with him? Well, the length of a street, length of a residential street, it can't be that because they're all different sizes. Herman thinks it's A, no further than necessary. What does the DVSA think? Hey, let's have a look. Fantastic. The DVSA thinks it's A. Thank you, Vidya. So we're all correct on that one. Okay, the next question. When may you drive over a pavement? Is it A, to overtake slow moving traffic? B, when the pavement is very wide? C, if there are no pedestrians nearby? Or D, to gain access to a property? Omatella thinks it's D, to gain access to a property. So when are we allowed to drive over a pavement? Is it to overtake traffic that's moving slow? Or is it B, when the pavement is very wide? Well, fantastic. It looks like everybody thinks it's D, to gain access to a property. Thank you, Vidya. Thank you, Diamond Queen. Thank you, Omatella. And thank you, Trippy Boxer Dog. Thank you, everyone. Let's see what the DVSA thinks. Fantastic, to gain access to a property. Thank you, Diamond Queen. Okay, next question. You're driving along a country road. You see this sign. What should you do after dealing safely with the hazard? A, you should check your tire pressures. B, accelerate briskly. C, switch on your hazard warning lights. Or D, test your brakes. Omatella thinks it's D. Trippy Boxer Dog thinks it's D as well. You know, when when I was learning to drive, this sign always, Herman thinks it's D. Omatella, fantastic. Ford equals water. When I was learning to drive, this sign confused me, and I just thought, why don't they just write water? Why have a word like Ford? To this day, I still don't know. I don't know why the government cannot just put a sign saying water. Why say Ford? But that is that. And the answer is test your brakes. So as you go through the water, the brakes get wet. You want to press the brakes, squeeze the brakes a little bit, dry them out. So if you do need to brake, do an emergency stop, you can. Thank you for that, Amatella. Okay, this is going to be the last question. This is going to be the last question of the day. You're driving in a built-up area that has traffic calming measures. What should you do when you approach a road hump? A, move across to the left side of the road. B, check your mirrors and slow down. C, wait for any pedestrians to cross. Or D, stop and check both pavements. Yeah, pavements. Omatella thinks it's B. Tippy Boxer Dog thinks it's B. Herman thinks it's B. Fantastic. And oh, we're all thinking it's B. FM thinks it's B. Fantastic. Let me see what the DVSA thinks. Yeah, DVSA is telling us that it's definitely a B. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for. That's going to bring the live stream to a conclusion. I'd like to congratulate Vidya on winning our Psychology of Learning to Drive course. And I'd like to say thank you to everyone who participated today. I'll be here same time next Sunday with more questions, but this time I'll see if I can label them A, B, C, D, so that'll make it easier for everyone, including myself as well. Thank you very much. Take care, guys. I'm sad for missing half the session live stream. Don't worry, Trippy Box, Box the Dog. I'm here now all the time, and every Sunday is a live stream, 5 o'clock on the dot. I do want to say one thing. Today I'm in the car because the road where I live in this little village in Iva. It's got the worst internet in the country, and normally I go to someone's house to do the live stream. Today I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do it from my mobile phone. So that's it. So I'll watch this video afterwards. I hope it wasn't too much interference. Thank you for your time. Take care, lads. Bye-bye. Sir, number alphabetically.